What's good, YouTube universe? Fizzleman 1, signing in like always. We here in Fizzleman Picks Lounge, and you can't even tell who Fizzleman picks because this is not just another head-to-head matchup, but it's the Pro Bowl, and we here live for another Pro Bowl as we here doing this every year, making sure we lit and standing in ovation and making sure we going in motion like that. So it goes in like every year where a new season come around and our Super Bowl comes. So that's how it tends to be. And it ain't no problem with me, but I want to get it on point, so I could actually like play more games, like this head to head. And yes, of course, Fizzleman Picks Lounge. We here to see who Fizzleman picks. We don't really know, but Fizzleman is the red controller. The red controller is Fizzleman. And we also have a special guest. It's called It's Rahonda. We out here live, here playing Madden Stars. And you know what we do in Madden Stars. We here compare real life and of course the stars you see in front of you. These superstars is who made it into Pro Bowl, but who hasn't made it to the Super Bowl. So it's not always congratulations. So it may be a little chip on these men's shoulder, because this is a big game and come of head-to-head matchup in us real life. Me and Ro, we played a couple times in our regular season, but we really haven't because of how we really trying to play it as realistic in Madden Stars. Put our creative players in Madden Stars, if you get the concept. But now, moving across, that's what Madden Stars became from. And now we showing more players, more highlighted players, which is actually superstars in real life. So now, as you see, that is no Super Bowl, I believe, that happened for this season in real life. But I said Super Bowl, Pro Bowl. If anything, we take a note that this Pro Bowl is going to be an ordinary different, it's not the 2020 Pro Bowl. This is the only 2020 Pro Bowl that I know. You feel me? That is really a Pro Bowl here for this season, because I feel like Madden Stars and the real life NFL have a little connection. If you want to take note, we have Patrick Mahomes, who is a big superstar, who is our Madden Star MVP for this season coming up next. And then Russell Wilson is our former Madden Stars MVP. And we got more people coming through, as you see, Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill. And we know what's at stakes, just pride and have a good time. And at the most, if y'all don't know who's in the Super Bowl, let me say it is the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. So those two teams are going to be in the Super Bowl 55, held in Tampa. Yes, it was Super Bowl champions Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking that one. And in this one, we're either going to see Buffalo Bills or Green Bay Packers. If we say NFC take this one. I'm NFC, I'm red. Controller, I'm NFC. Rose, AFC. You get me? Let's go.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the 2021 AFC NFC Pro Bowl. As we'll see Drew Brees in the NFC versus Patrick Mahomes and the AFC. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air.
Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack, and he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Now how about meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues, go back and trace what he did all the way growing up, probably hit home runs at every level. That's just who he is. Well, this guy sacked people all during the regular season. Why wouldn't he do the same thing here at the Pro Bowl?
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Play action. Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. So here now the AFC for their first drive, as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating, because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So that'll be that is a 19-yard punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 38, Breeze. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. The 30, the 20. And it will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First and goal from the 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it is caught for an AFC touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Defense. This is unbelievable.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Drew Brees and his NFC teammates set to begin their next drive. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes live and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Mike Hilton. 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Our home team, nothing.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First throw for the backup, Jackson. His throw incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it'll be second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Brought down by Khalil Mack.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third down, Jackson, and he hits his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
First and 10.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jackson on first down. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
AFC first down. First and 10 at the 50.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, Ryan. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards there on third down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And a whistle, and I think we've got some movement up front against the NFC.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Bateman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. DeMario Davis on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Mixon on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Seibert on for the PAT. And a penalty flag is down here. The kick no good, but they may have sold out a bit too much for the block. Looked like they made contact with him on the follow-through. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown.
Nothing. Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Matt Ryan in the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Ryan looking downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout there 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the NFC able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Zerline set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Grant on the return. The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead as we get you back out to Vegas and rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
set to kick off.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That would be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
That would be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. They find themselves trailing on the scoreboard, but it certainly hasn't been because of what they've been able to do at the receiver position.
And let's face it, partner, we've been around a lot of receivers. Has it ever been their fault when things aren't going well? We know how they operate, right? And right now what they're saying is, well, guess what? If we want to win, throw it to us even more. We're the ones making the plays. Ready to begin
their next drive here, the NFC offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. And luckily, one of his teammates able to fall on it, so the NFC will hang on to the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. The AFC offense making their way back out. They were forced to punt last time. I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 19-yard line.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the AFC adds on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On the option, here's Wilson.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Incomplete. Intended for Hayden Hurst. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
2-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Little physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this stout AFC defense able to come away with a goal line stand. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And it is incomplete.
Jackson's pass, intended for Keenan Allen, incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. A beautiful spin and room to run. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the now the NFC to take over on offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not to live with it for the rest of the year.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. Myles Garrett showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out for Evans. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at the AFC's 44.
So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete right around the 8.
Wilson's pass.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the AFC is going to cover this up, and that should do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game. But as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Third down, here comes Jacobs.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.